Alrighty guys, we're back for some Rakdos Vampires, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Okay, what do we got in the build here? We got 4 Kumano faces Kakkazan, not a vampire, just a terrific red card. 2 Phoenix Chick, same concept. 2 Play with Fires. That early game removal has never been more important since we're running into so many soldiers. We have 4 Voldaren Epicures. Nice. 4 Bloodtithe Harvesters. Also nice. 3 Feldon Ronom Excavators. So, 2 mana 2/2 with haste. It can't block. Whenever Feldon is dealt damage, exile that many cards from the top of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Okay, let's remember that ability. In just a second, we'll go over why Feldon made the cut in a vampire build. We have 2 Bloodthirsty Adversary, just a terrific hasty vampire, and we have some pretty cool stuff to cast back with this too, if we ever want to cast it out for the adversary cost, right? So we have a single Abrade in here. Being able to hit artifacts might come in handy, and then 2 Go for the Throats. Destroy target non-artifact creature. I love that Rakdos can play Go for the Throat and Abrade in the same build. I just think it's cool. In our 3-drop spot, we got 4 Falkenrath Forebears. This is a 3 mana 3/1 with flying. Falkenrath Forebear can't block. Whenever Forebear deals combat damage to a player, create a blood token, and then you can pay 1 black mana, sacrifice 2 blood tokens, return Falkenrath Forebear from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this is a card we don't get to see often, and it's actually pretty decent. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the MVP in this deck, but it's a vampire that I've definitely been wanting to play with again, and I don't know, might put in some work, we'll see. We got 4 Reckless Stormseekers, also not a vampire, but it made the cut for a lot of obvious reasons, right? Giving haste to things like the Falkenrath Forebear sounds amazing, but then also we know the power of being able to plug that extra +1/+0 into the air in general, like on the Phoenix Chick as well. Also, just giving haste to everything else in here sounds good too. Even like a simple Bloodtithe Harvester looks a lot better when you can slam haste on it, you know? And then at its worst, it's a 3 mana 3/3 with haste, so yeah, just worth it. We have 2 Vampire's Vengeance. So this is a 3 mana instant speed, and Vampire's Vengeance deals 2 damage to each non-vampire creature. Create a blood token. So this is kind of the main reason to try out this version of Vampires again, because I am running into so many different soldier builds that are going wide very fast. I feel like that 2 damage could put in a lot of work, and then also it's not really harming us too much, because what's it hitting in here? Well, it's hitting the Phoenix Chick, and we can eventually bring that back from the grave, right? It's hitting the Stormseeker, but it has 3 toughness, and it's hitting Feldon, which does die, but it has that bottom ability, so it actually might work out in our favor, as we might just end up finding something better off the top anyways. So nice. And then also, of course, the blood token goes a long way with Harvester's ability and the Forebearer as well. So something I didn't mention with Harvester, yeah, since we are seeing so many soldiers, the indestructible 2-drop, the Guardian of New Benelia, right? The -X/-X hits that indestructible, so that'll really come in handy. Okay, on the top end of the build here, we have a couple Elder Dragon Wars. Another way to wipe the board. We have to remember that this does hit our creatures too. So it has read ahead though, so we get to choose the chapter that this starts on. And so if we have just a better board state, or we end up losing too much from that top ability, we can always start on 2 or 3. And the second chapter here, being able to cycle through our hand, could be huge if we're up against like control or something and we don't need a Vampire's Vengeance or some of our other removal, right? Maybe we filter those out and find better cards. And then, of course, the 4/4 Flying Dragon really comes in handy, as we know from experience. The Elder Dragon War has won us quite a few matches on video, huh? So Giving that haste off of the Reckless Stormseeker sounds pretty cool too, because you can always just slam this down as a dragon, have it start on chapter 3, give it haste and swing on in, right? We have a single Anje, Maid of Dishonor here. This is a 4 mana 4/5. Another one we don't get to see too often, huh? So, whenever Maid of Dishonor or one or more other vampires enter the battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then for 2 mana, you can sacrifice another creature or blood token. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So a pretty cool way to wrap up a match. It could help us wrap up a locked down board state as well, which is sweet. And then of course there's so many vampires in here that work with it. One thing to note is that bottom ability on the Forebearer, it doesn't say anything about only doing that at sorcery speed, so you can do that bottom ability at instant speed on your opponent's turn to have another blood token activation on the Maid. So, sweet. Okay, we have a mana base as well, huh? We have a single Voldaren Estate. Hopefully that doesn't hold anything back. For example, like the Phoenix Chick, the Play with Fire, the Kumano. If we need a lot of red sources, I don't think one of these is going to hold that back that much, but it could. Of course, we got the Sulfurous Springs, the Haunted Ridge, a single Crucible, and a single Abandoned Mire as well. Some honorable mentions over here. I didn't add the Foundries this time. Something to think about, but I do think that colorless mana is going to hurt this particular build, especially when we want a guaranteed Harvester on turn 2, right? We don't want to hold on to that in our hand and cast it out on like turn 3 or 4, you know? Florian and Voldaren Bloodcaster didn't make the cut this time, but both are very powerful vampires. Just something to think about, I guess. Okay, guys, that's the list. It's kind of like anti-soldiers in a weird way, because I brought up soldiers a lot, but there's a lot of other scary meta builds that this also has to contend with, so we'll see how we do, huh? Let's go ahead and take it into some ranked. Right into that first match, guys. Oh my goodness, I don't even think a second passed. Opponent goes first. Yeah, yep, okay. I'll keep this. I'll keep this. So if that estate was just a red source, oh, there we go. I was gonna say we could have gotten Kumano down, but yeah, this is worth it. We drew that Springs. Okay, I'm assuming that that was just a cut down left open. Oh, Misery Shadow, huh? Okay. Well, can pay another life to get the Bloodtithe Harvester down with a counter. Or we could just get Feldon and swing. A 3/3 Feldon's pretty solid, isn't it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Who needs the vampires in a vampire build, huh? Who needs them? I guess one thing, yeah, if we had Harvester, we could threaten that Misery Shadow. But, yeah, I like Feldon here. They might actually just try removal on it, because they don't want it to take damage, that's for sure. Liliana, yep, gonna -2 that, but then if they swing with Shadow, we swing at Liliana with the Kumano and just take care of that, so they have to keep Shadow back as a blocker, and if they do that, they're tapped out, so we have the Play with Fire too. So yeah, this ended up, I'd say, working out nicely. Yeah, we don't want to lose the Etching, so we're not going to offer the trade. And I suppose we could get the Bloodtithe Harvester down this turn as well. Either way, we're taking a lot of damage here. I'll start with Harvester just to make sure I'm not tapping anything awkwardly, but yeah. I think it would have been, yeah, the same amount of damage, of course. Other than that, they're completely tapped out, so it's okay to get Harvester down before.
Sorry, I'm not interested.
It's good practice to wait, though. Crucible doesn't have to be a land here. Cleaned up some powerful cards nicely. Cut down on the Harvester. Trespasser. Yeah, that's a little bit gross. Okay, Harvester number 2. I wonder if they offer a trade to Stormseeker. Probably just end up buffing Etching and swinging. I'd rather that trade. Crucible and Phoenix Chick. Phoenix Chick gets in the air. Alright. Let's go Stormseeker. And we'll get Phoenix Chick down. And we'll see if we can just kind of keep up with this Trespasser for a couple turns. We got a lot of great threats, guys. We really do. The Harvester on the top was pretty sweet. A second Liliana would kind of suck if they made us discard the Harvester, for example. Oh, nice, nice. I wonder if they swing here. Honestly, staring at this board, I feel like they need to hold a blocker. Man, that's tough. I mean, we'll play everything out. Well, we'll play this and we'll keep the Harvester back for a second, unless we want to give that haste. It's a good swing on the ground and a great trade for us if that's what they end up doing. Yeah, I like that. Because if they let it go through, it's more damage than just giving the +1 to the Etching, right? So, yeah, I like this. It's a good trade, too. Yeah, they get to draw, but that Trespasser getting out of here, like, that's terrific. Okay, Invoke Despair number 1 hits. That's just going to be Phoenix Chick. Goodbye, Phoenix Chick. Oh, the Etching is an enchantment. Oh, no. Oopsie-daisies. Oopsie-daisies, guys. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, no, I knew that. That's happened to me before, too. It's a good draw. Well, let's hope they didn't find Invoke Despair number 2 from the draw. Yeah, we wanted to get rid of Etching, and then we wouldn't have had to get rid of the other Phoenix Chick, so... Hopefully we don't lose because of my little mistake there. That was pretty bad, guys. That was pretty bad. Another hasty creature off the top, and we can bring back the Phoenix Chick from the grave, though, so that could be good. Wow, Etching. We are ripping fire, though, huh? It's much better than just drawing land or something. Make sure to swing in the sky. Oh no, this could be a cut down. Okay, down to 6, down to 5, question mark, right? And now the second Invoke Despair is very scary, because it'll gobble up Phoenix Chick and the Kumano too. Oh no, guys, I can't believe I let them take 2 cards with the Invoke. You know, the good thing about that was they didn't get an extra draw, so that is something. Keeping Misery Shadow back. I'm gonna take the 4. Because we're getting close, guys. If we give the Stormseeker... Yeah, they don't buff it anymore. They drop Gix. They could have potentially drawn there, but maybe they were anticipating... Man, Vampire's Vengeance. Unfortunately, they can get the Sleeper and the Shadow above the Vengeance, and we would just end up losing the Phoenix Chick. I'm gonna do this, guys. We're gonna use the blood token and see if we can find something. Because if we can find a hasty creature, like I said, we can get that other Phoenix Chick back from the grave. Okay. That should do it, huh? Look at us, guys. Wow, I mean, just amazing draws. Holy cow. Just absolutely incredible draws today. For this match, I mean. This was the first match of the evening, so nice. I couldn't be more happy, honestly, even after my little misplay, which I guess might have ended up working out in the long run. Maybe one more card in, and maybe they would have found that second Invoke Despair, right? So taking a little less damage and having them draw less, maybe it ended up working out. Oh, there we go. Okay, wow. I don't know if there's just not a lot of people playing right now. So guys, if you notice this video is edited at all, it's because that second game took forever to find. I had to close out and go back in. No black source here. Who needs it? Who needs it, guys? This is a mono red build. This is 100% mono red. Don't look at the go for the throat. That's not in here. We're testing it. We're testing it because the blood token can help us find it. The Elder Dragon War, like, we're eventually gonna find a mana. Ooh. Swift Spear. Yeah, might as well swing. Another red source. Like I said, well, we're fine. We're fine. Can always ditch the go for the throat. I'm just gonna keep it all open. Because they don't know what's in here. They might play around like a lightning strike or something, you know? Ooh, is it? Oh no. The second Swift Spear already. Alright, we should probably use... Oh, the third Swift Spear. Alright, Vampire's Vengeance cleans him up next turn. That's gonna be brutal. I'm actually gonna not use the blood token then. I think keeping the go for the throat might be fine. Yeah, just gonna use the Vampire's Vengeance on our turn so that way they don't have any protection for these Swift Spears. Which is just disgusting, guys. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's swing. Vampire's Vengeance. All 3 Swift Spears. Well, I wonder if they have the 4th one. Okay, okay. Feldon. And this is probably protection for the 3rd path then, so we really have to be careful about that. Elder Dragon War takes out our Epicure as well. See what they do here. Because they might block and then have, like, a combat trick, but yeah, that wouldn't work out in their favor, probably. Alright, let's see if it's a slip out the back or something, huh? We do lose our creature here as well, but it would be worth it if we can actually kill that. Oh, nice. It's dead. It's out of here, guys. Hey, they found their 4th Swift Spear. Oh my goodness. And go for the throat number 2. We're just gonna ditch 1. We might need to try to remove the Swift Spear. We just need to find the black source. I like the Kumano, I like the Feldon. The Feldon can also help us find that. Yeah, we'll ditch the 1. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now the question is, do we... Alright, let's start with the Feldon. See what happens here, because we have 2 mana open. Gonna get a dragon next turn. Alright, let's go for the swing. It's gotta be protection for that Swift Spear, right? It's gotta be. Alright, let's get this down. Kumano. See if... I'd rather Kumano hit. Like, if it's a make disappear, I'd rather them hit the go for the throat than the Kumano. Because right now we're just outpacing this. And we want to do this before they draw, because they could also draw into protection for the Swift Spear. I can only imagine that's what it is. Lightning Strike does not save it. Huh. Well, we got rid of all of their Swift Spears. They drop us the GGs. Good game, opponent. Oh no, guys. That first Vampire's Vengeance. Well, let's see if we can get right into the next match. At this point, if it does take too long, then I'm okay with editing the video. the in-betweens. Or the in-betweens that take too long, I guess, right? Because usually I just let it go. Alright, we go first. This is a terrific hand. Let's go ahead and keep this. Yep, this is a great hand. Right into Epicure. Probably Feldon over Adversary. Makes more sense to me. Get a decent swing here. And we drew a Kumano. Wow, yeah, this is solid so far. Rafine's Tower, Spara's headquarters, huh? Okay. It's probably worth... Okay, a couple pieces of removal here. Alright, yeah, we're going all out, guys. We're going all out. Go, Kumano faces Kakkazan, and we'll try to beat them before they get the board wipe. They're down to 10. It's a lot we could draw here, too. Like, we got plenty of hasty creatures. Okay. There's no temporary lockdown, that's good. No creature, but a land. We can ditch probably the go for the throat. I'm assuming this is some form of control. I'm assuming, and I'd rather keep Abrade against control because of things like Reckoner Bankbuster. Another land, that's okay. Get it out of the deck, right? Let our top decks for the rest of the game go smoothly. They don't know what's in hand. Alright, here comes the swing. Really? Down to 5. Alright. Oh, this might be that deck where they gain life. Yeah, from the amount of cards in their hand. Oh no, guys. The Union of the Third Path deck has been a thing the last couple days, or the last maybe week or so now. Woo! Yeah, back up to 12. We gotta pick up the pace, guys. And that's a Wandering Emperor, right? That's gotta be. 4 mana open. Bloodtithe Harvester, at least we drew something here. But they weren't too concerned about a board wipe this turn. Feldon is the target to hit with the Emperor. But it's not worth not swinging, I would say. Like, we definitely want to swing here still. Try to bring him back down to 5, but most likely Emperor hits, Ronom Excavator is out of here. They end up gaining 2, so what would they be at? 9, I guess, right? Oh, they're thinking. Yep, there's the Emperor, and at this point, we could Abrade our own Feldon. So that way we get to see the top 3. Actually, that might end up working out. I'd like to hit the Emperor too, but I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna do this. Let's see what cards we hit. Ooh, Vampire's Vengeance was one of them. It doesn't hit Planeswalkers, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll grab the Epicure. Okay, so do we play these out and then go right against a board wipe? Or do we just say, you know what? I mean, because we can play these next turn. I'm just going to save the Harvester back. We're going to play the Epicure. Since it does the damage and gets us the blood token too, I am going to save the Harvester back in fear of a board wipe. Because we are close enough. Yeah, there's only 6 damage on the board though, but a ton of hasty creatures in our deck too. How do you guys feel about me holding the Harvester back? I feel like... So we've been seeing this deck a lot, but you know what I haven't been seeing? Board wipes from this deck, right? I don't think so. It's definitely the type of deck that runs board wipes, though. Maybe I have seen the board wipes, but I'm just not remembering right now. Like, this is a depopulate style deck. Lay down arms on the etching. Okay, see, now we only have 4 on the board, so playing Harvester, we might have been able to keep up pace. And they have a blocker here, too, knowing that the Wandering Emperor was about to die. Alright, hasty creature off the top would be awesome. Woo, another land, that's not good. Great block here. Alright, we're going to start with ditching the swamp, see what we find. Elder Dragon War. Huh. It hits our creatures too, we gotta remember that. Is it still a full swing? Just go into the Elder Dragon War? It's an extra 2 damage to the opponent's face too. They must trade with Adversary. Yeah, take the 2. Ah, the Elder Dragon War, guys. It's really got me thinking, like, is it worth losing the Epicure? I think it's better to keep that back as a little surprise. Let's get the Harvester down. Tough decisions this match, guys, for sure. Very tough decisions. It looks like the opponent's struggling to find a 5th mana, too. Oh, Union of the Third Path. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Back up to 11. Still no mana, though? Oh, there it is, there it is. Looks like we're clear to swing next turn, though. Wondering if we should just get that dragon down, guys. Alright, let's ditch that mountain. We're seeing a lot of land, too. Okay, Reckless Stormseeker. Okay. But now, the threat of the 6th mana and then like a farewell is possible, too. It's still going to be Reckless Stormseeker, though. Like, that's a pretty sweet draw. Back down to 3. We're packing on the damage here. Those blood tokens are really coming in handy right now. Yeah, there's the farewell. I mean, we knew the 6th mana was coming. Forebearer. Elder Dragon War. Can successfully just do 2 damage here, and then, like, how many cards in our deck can clean this up? I like the Elder Dragon War here over the Forebearer, especially since we don't have any blood tokens on the board right now. This is easy to remove with, like, a lot. I like having this over here, because eventually it's going to be a dragon, too. Union of the Third Path, no, back up to 7. Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, a disenchant. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get everything onto this board. Actually, we probably should have kept the land back in case we do get a moment where we actually have more blood tokens to use as well. That's definitely worth thinking about. But yeah, back up to 7 now, and that does mean, like, drawing more Kumanos or Epicures. It's just not gonna do the work that we want it to. Yeah, 3 Union of the Third Paths. Okay, Fateful Absence, okay. We do get a clue, that's good news. We can use that. Tons of stuff to draw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Oh, double Stormseekers. Holy cow. What a draw. Oh, a Dissipate for 1. Well, at least the Dissipate's out of their deck. Stormseeker number 2. No! My soul! My soul, opponent, why? How could you? Oh no! Dissipate number 3. Okay, so what else do we have in the deck, guys? What else do we have here? Because we really have to start to consider giving this one to the opponent based on, like... See, that's the problem, right? Like, the games take so long, it gets to a point where... What if they only draw land? Okay, alright, that's probably the nail in the coffin, right? Memory Deluge, they get to find a couple cards that they need. Yeah, that's gotta be it, right? Okay, Teferi, that doesn't block the Phoenix chick. It makes me want to stay in this match. They found an open plains. Play with fire. Man. Alright, couple more draws, guys. Well, I'm gonna skip the Teferi for now. Epicure. It's another damage, isn't it? Crap. Okay, I'll keep the Epicure. We might, like... we might be able to. I'm probably clinging on to hope that I shouldn't be clinging on to. Especially with the... yeah, they can flash the Memory Deluge back, find even more that they need. And at this point, they could try to find the 4th union of the 3rd path. Man, that is surprisingly hard to say. The 4th union of the 3rd path. Yeah. They could try to find that and gain even more life, too. That's brutal, man. This deck is brutal. But, I mean, honestly, we've been putting up quite the fight. Which is nice. Like, we've been piling on this damage. I think that really shows... I think that really shows something here about the deck that we're playing right now. Okay, they found their 4th Dissipate, actually. Wow. How many cards deep are they? They have 30 cards remaining, so they're actually not that much deeper into their build. So much stuff we could find. If this is the only counterspell, like another Play with Fire off the top would just do it. If that's their only counterspell. Well, no, it wouldn't just do it, because they could also find ways to gain life, too. I'm sorry, guys, I swear, only a couple more turns. Unless they might be able to actually get damage through, too. Oh, yeah, they're going for some damage here. We might be able to let them wrap this up. That's one nice thing about this Teferi, is after Control does the thing of controlling, it is possible for them to actually wrap up games, which is nice. Found a lay down arms. I don't think we can get that 2 through. Oh, they're gonna gain some life back. Yeah, now it's definitely over. I don't know, I've been saying that for a while. Okay, yep, the land. Ah. GG, opponent. GG. Can they get that to 7? Can they get that to 17? If so, that's pretty fine. I'll let them do that. Especially if they have like a Silver Scrutiny here. Because they only need to draw a few more cards for the Spirit to actually end it. Memory Deluge, and then they could do that again. This one still isn't gonna be able to get there. Union? Wait, the Memory Deluge isn't technically drawing. That's my bad, guys. That's just putting 2 cards into your hand. Joint Exploration, and they have 3 mana remaining. They almost got there with this Spirit. Almost. I'm still gonna let them close this out, though. Unless... Elder Dragon War. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with a counter, and we got them low enough a few times where if we would have drawn better, maybe, but I still don't think so. Like, they did end up finding the 4th union of the 3rd path too. Yeah, good game, opponent. GG. That was tough, man. That was tough. That was an uphill battle, I guess, from the beginning, even though we thought we had him on the run for a second there. Yeah, Union of the 3rd Path, guys, you gotta watch out for that card. You gotta watch out for this deck, though, honestly, because that might have been... Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe the 5th time we've run into it on video at this point. And it's a brutal one. It really is. And I think I might have won maybe 1 out of those 5 matches whenever we went up against it. I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and check the videos, which I am not gonna do. There we go. We actually got right into the next match here. Won't have to edit that center out, I guess. Okay. No 3rd, but this is a fine hand. Hopefully we don't end up taking too much damage early on here. We're actually going to start with Kumano. Get that you know, flipped into etching as soon as possible, and then a turn 2 Phoenix Chick is completely fine. Lots of 2-drops we can draw too, like a Feldon. Let's go, guys. Wow, just terrific draws today. Holy cow. Just absolutely terrific draws. Honestly, mana off the top so we can get the Falkenrath Forebear down would be insane. Also, Harvester, that's good too. Alright, we're gonna swing for 5 and get that Harvester onto the board. Leyline Binding already. Huh. Guess Feldon's out of here. Oh, we have to let this go through. There we go. Get the Harvester down. I don't think we have a way to deal with the bindings, so if they end up finding a lot of bindings, we might be in trouble. Because I don't think we have a way to deal with enchantments. Uh-oh. Yeah, speaking of enchantments. Harvester number 2. Start with that swing, because I'm not getting Phoenix Chick down this turn. Not when we have a potential Harvester 2 here. Oh, you know what? I should have played around this maybe. Because they can drop. Well, yeah, they would need a second white source for a depopulate. Second announcement, and they're missing mana too. There we go. There we go, guys. Let's see, double blocks could happen. A triple chump block could happen as well, and this is about to flip next turn. Honestly, Phoenix Chick and the Epicure might be better because it's damaged this turn. Yeah, honestly, just extra damage this turn is probably a little better, and then keeping the Go for the Throat open here, depending on where they end up blocking, could protect a creature. They do end up... If they go block, 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 then we want to anticipate a board wipe next turn. But if they do end up double blocking one of the Harvesters or something to take it out, then we might be safe, and we should play the Epicure. Either way, the 1 damage is getting through in the air, and then we have 1 on the Epicure here. Are they blocking separate and keeping the 1? That probably means they're taking 3 total, so that probably means we're safe to play the Epicure this turn to get that extra damage. We also have the blood token open. We can always discard the Forebearer as well. If we wanted to look for something a little bit more hasty. Okay, they did find their 4th mana. Now we gotta be scared of the domain board wipe. Xur! No way! If I would have kept Go for Throat... No. Yeah, Go for Throat hits Xur. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Did they have the Oh, they don't have the open mana. Oh, my goodness. Alright, I am going to ditch the Forebearer and look for something a little bit more hasty. Land is fine. Extra land, I guess. Sure. A couple humans. Oh, man. So, first things first, the Xur has to die. Has to. So go for the throat on the Xur. Phoenix Chick gets in on the air. Now everything's trading with the Harvesters on the ground. It's still just a full swing, though. Yeah, it's... Everything trades on the ground, but we have to get these tokens out of there. For sure, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's totally fine. They're going down to 3 here, and we can bring back the Falkenrath Forebearer at the end of their turn. And hopefully that'll be a-okay for us. So we haven't seen a Xur deck in a while. A little bit surprising, huh? Xur's such a cool one. Oh, it's the end of their turn already. Wow. Alright, we'll put this on top of the wedding announcement. That's fine. and was that enough? Was that enough? They must have removal for the Forebear. Nope, apparently not. Nice. Well, GG opponent. That, I feel like we got a little lucky there. A little lucky, right? 4 mana open, like with these colors, and them not having removal or finding another Leyline Binding for the Forebearer. Yeah, that could have gone either way. Honestly, the double wedding announcement was really holding down that board for them, for real, and like trading into the Harvester after that first flip into the wedding festivity. Like, I was sweating. I was really sweating. The Vampire's Vengeance would have been way better a turn earlier whenever those trades were about to happen, because of course our Harvester is a vampire and their 2/2s were not, so we would have cleaned up that board. I think that shows a little bit of the power of Vengeance as well, because, you know, if the second wedding festivity didn't flip that turn, it still would have been enough to take out that 2/2, Epicure and Forebearer both being vampires. Phoenix Chick would have died, but eventually maybe we could have brought it back too. Just a really neat deck today, guys. It drew really well. I'm very, very pleased with the matches. It's too bad that some of the matches took forever to actually find, which does mean the video is going to be edited just a little bit, so I hope you guys don't mind. None of the matches are being taken out though, so that's good news at least. Here's the deck list again. Yeah, holy cow. It was good, huh? I really liked it. The Vampire's Vengeance came into play. The Elder Dragon War came into play. Stormseeker's an MVP. As for the Vampires, did we get to actually see... I mean, other than that last game, yeah, Falkenrath did help in that last game, but I was almost certain that it was going to get removed. So... I would have liked to see more of this today, but I think it's still worth having. Oh, that's right. We did end up giving it haste with the Stormseeker too, didn't we? In an earlier match. Or one of the first two, right? Was that the first one? I forget. I forget right now. Yeah, so I guess we did get to see this a little bit. I guess mainly I meant the ability, but yeah, we saw the ability in the last match, so nice. Feldon's incredible, guys. I love it. I love that we were able to drop our own Abrade on it in that match, and that might have actually... I don't know. There were probably better cards we could have hit off of that, but that's something to really consider if your Feldon is going to get gobbled up by some kind of exile removal, and it happens to be up against like a control deck or something. Like, just drop the Abrade or drop the Play with Fire on it, see if you can find something better. Now, you are technically using 2 cards, but it really depends on the board state and what you're going for in that moment, where the Abrade wasn't doing much for us there, so it was worth checking it out, seeing what we could find off the Feldon. At least I think it was worth it, right? Phoenix Chick was so worth having in here. Would we want to go up to 4 of these? Probably not, since it is technically a vampire build and we're rocking like the whole... you know, blood tokens in here and the Vampire's Vengeance, it's gonna kill your Phoenix Chick, so only having 2 makes more sense to me. And having those 2, yeah, it just happens to be a great little card. Also, pretty cool card later on, too, where you could totally discard it to one of the blood tokens and then swing in with all your vampires and then bring back the Phoenix Chick that way as well. That's pretty awesome. Didn't get to see Anje, Maid of Dishonor today, did we? I still think it would be worth having on the top end. And then, of course, giving, like, the Maid of Dishonor haste off the Stormseeker sounds really cool, too. Even though most opponents have a ton of chump blockers, it's still something neat. Yeah, this card would be way better with Trample, but at that point, you know, asking for too much, maybe. I think the double Bloodthirsty Adversaries is good. I don't think we'd want to go up to 4 necessarily, unless you want to go up to 3 and then drop down to 2 Feldons. I personally just really like the Feldons, huh? I love that Phoenix Chick can't block, Feldon can't block, and the Falkenrath Forebear can't block, but who needs blocking, huh? Who needs that anyways? The estate didn't hold us back today, so that was cool. Yeah. This was an awesome one, guys. I really had fun with this, but I usually do. Every time we return to Rakdos Vampires, I usually have a blast, And I'm usually pretty satisfied with like how good the deck actually runs too. It always feels like Rakdos Vampires draws really well. Either way, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.